Hey, kia ora. Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Sun City in Arizona. Hope you're all having a super fantastic, sparkling, shake it up Saturday. Yeah, how was your day? Mine was incredible. So did you try anything new today? Shake it up Saturday is all about trying new things. Heat spirals. I lost my train of thought. My elbow was resting on the spiral of a notebook. Totally distracted me. I'm sorry. So Shake It Up Saturday is all about trying something new. So what did you get to try? What did you get to do today that was new? What did I get to do today that was new? Well, I got my Saturday shaken up anyway because it was Mastermind Day. Our Mastermind group got to meet today. It was amazing. It was incredible. I don't know how many pages of notes. I've stopped numbering them after page 7. I haven't gone back and continued numbering. My notebook that I take has this little piece in the corner where you can actually write the page number, and I haven't gone back yet to write the page number and the rest of the page numbers in there. But after I stopped writing in there after page 7, and what did I do? Oh, it's already over. That's right, it's over there. I was trying to figure out where it was, but yeah, I stopped numbering the pages at page 7. There was such amazing content today, and the brain was absorbing it very, very well, which was very surprising after the last couple of weeks. It's been on since we did the genealogy class, we had the 2-day workshop, and I've been busy working all week, catching up and everything else, and then I got my brain slammed again today, and yet my brain is doing surprisingly well. Then I had a couple of great conversations following that. I think I had like less than an hour to get something to eat. So I had these, what were they? Hang on. I had to look them up to see how I could cook them in the air fryer. They were called Brazi Bites, Brazi Bites. And they were these Brazi Bites cheese bread is what they were. And they're frozen, and they're little things about this size. And they were really, really good. I had not heard of them before. I did not know about them. I think they were on the Shark Tank. I'm not 100% sure. But these things are, hang on, I'm trying to remember. I think they're like gluten-free and nut-free, and they're like all this allergy-free stuff. Definitely not keto-friendly. Paleo, probably. I should have done this before. I got totally sidetracked this afternoon. But yeah, they were really good, and I put some on the little wire tray thing and stuck them in the thing, and I had to look up on the phone to see how to cook these things in the air fryer, because you cook them from frozen, and it said put them into the bake thing, and so I did all of that, and they were really good. Zeffie didn't like them though. Yay, more for me. But she loves cheese, and so I don't know what was in there that she didn't like, but whatever the cheese was mixed with, she didn't like, so she missed out. But another air fry success story. It was awesome. So that was my lunch today. I know, not much of a lunch, but then I had to get ready because I had a couple of conversations that ended up being back to back. There was supposed to be like about a 30-minute break between, and I ended up talking with my first person for an hour and a half, and then getting straight off that, and then having to go straight back into another call. So it was, it ended up being back-to-back calls instead of having a break in between, but that's okay. And then I got some genealogy done for my client who's been patiently waiting for me because I had the class to do, and I was catching up with everything. So I finally got a chance to do some looking, and it's going to be a very interesting one, this one, just on the cursory glance. But looking back at what I have learned and the resources I have come across, it's going to be interesting to see what we can find out about that. So I'm excited to get in on that. But then the eyelids were starting to get a little heavy, so we went and took a delicious nap. And here we are, freshly awake and everything else, and just having so much fun. It's just been a really good day. I was supposed to go get the mail today, but that didn't happen. The nap happened instead. But I will be going across tomorrow. Oh, and poor Zeffie. She is she has lost count on her days. The poor dog got so confused because we didn't do our Sunday drive at the right time last week. We came back from our walk today, and she immediately walked over to stand beside the car waiting for me to open the door. And she looked at me when I unlocked the RV instead of the car, and I looked at her, and she looks at the car and then looks back at me, and I said, it's only Saturday today. Tomorrow's Sunday. That's when we do our mystery drive. And she looks at the car again and looks back at me, and we're not going. I said, I got to get online. And this was like about 30 minutes before I had to get online. Well, before the mastermind class started, and then I had my morning live to do in between then. So the poor dog's confused. Let's just say that. But yeah, so we'll get her all sorted out and get her on her mystery drive tomorrow morning. Which way we're going to go? I don't know. But I've heard about this other dog park that's about 30 minutes away. So maybe we'll go try find that and stop somewhere and have breakfast on the way. I don't know. I'd like to get her to have a good run around. So maybe we'll go up to and try this other dog park I've been told a lot about. Because there's been a lot of people here at the... last night we were out walking, and there was this guy there, and he had this gorgeous... I thought it was a puppy. I knew it was some sort of doodle. Turned out to be a golden doodle. And it turns out that it's fully grown and is a month older than Zeffy is. And the two of them were just having fun in the street, just playing and that sort of thing. And then the golf cart turned up with the wife in it. And so we ended up introducing ourselves and talking and all of that. And they told me that they're taking their dog to a dog daycare place for the first time. Told me the name of it. It was a really cool name. It was something like every dog needs a day off, or every dog needs a day of play, or something like every dog needs a day off, or something like that. Daycare. And I thought, how cool is that? You could put in there, every dog needs a day off from their owners. Every dog needs a day off to play. Every dog needs a day off to da-da-da. You could add different things to that. I thought that was a really cool name. So every dog needs a day off. So they're taking what was the dog's name? Buddy. Oh, and that's the second Buddy. Oh, it's going to get confusing when I tell Zeffy Buddy's coming, because she's not going to know which one. There's Buddy, that's this little black and white 5-month-old, 6-month-old now dog. And it's this little ball of fur, and the softest fur ever. And he's just highly energetic. And then we've got this 2-month-old 2-year-old golden doodle that's the same size as Zeffy, but of course like the Raggedy Ann type. I always find golden doodles like Raggedy Ann dolls. I don't know why. But yes, we had a really great conversation out there. It was a lot of fun. And then Zeph was sort of like, come on. And Zeph was standing there and whining and tongue hanging out, and I knew that she needed to get some water. So we used that excuse to get away, which was kind of a good one, because it was still 103 out there at the time. So yeah. And so we came back in and had a nice quiet night. Got to watch the third Jason Bourne movie, Bourne Ultimatum. And there's still 2 movies to go. And one of them is part of the Bourne movie collection, which doesn't actually have Jason Bourne in it, but Jason Bourne is mentioned. And I can't remember the name of the movie, but that's the one we're going to see if we can watch tonight. But I have 2 emails to do before then. And so I'll be working on those as soon as I get off here and go do that. So yeah, it's been a good shake it up day in a really good way. So a lot of goods come out of it, and got to meet some great people today. So that was really cool. And I got to cook in my air fryer, and I'm looking forward to doing, what am I having tonight? I have these chicken patties that I keep them in the freezer as an emergency, like if I don't do my grocery shopping very often. And that's like really the only time I've been kind of using the microwave, because just like I put one patty in the microwave for about a minute or something, and a minute or 2, and it's good to go. But I really hate using the microwave. So I'm sort of like looking at the air fryer and go, I can have the chicken patties straight from the freezer, put them in the air fryer, and I don't have to touch the microwave. Yes. So I'm looking forward to that. It's the little things. It's the little things. So let us know what you tried, what you did that was new today. And then don't forget about your to tell your story question of the day. And I can tell you what the question is. The question is, how did your family spend the weekends? since we're on the weekend, how did your family spend the weekends? Did you do something together as a family? Did you go tripping around? Did you just hang out at home? What sort of stuff did you do with your family on the weekends? If you want to hear my story, you'll have to go watch part 1 from this morning. I'm going to give away too much to you tonight. I was trying to think what else we used to do on weekends. I could really only remember my teenage years on the weekends. I mean, I could see myself as a younger kid and the places and the houses that we lived in at the time. So like, there was a lot of going out and playing with friends on the younger ones. On the teenage years, yeah, you can hear about that one from this morning's thing. But I'm just trying to think back younger than the place before Waitara. And what did we do then? I think we spent a lot of time just playing with our friends that we didn't get to play with during the week. Trying to think. There may have been like weekend trips, weekend getaways and stuff in there as well. I know long weekends, we used to go away on long weekends because Easter weekend was a 5-day weekend. Yeah, you'd get Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday off. Go back to school on Wednesday. Last day would be at school would be Thursday. Next day back would be Wednesday. So just trying to think. I think they had Labour weekend was a 3-day weekend. Queen was a 3-day weekend. I was trying to think what we used to do. I know one time we lived there'd be some weekends I would have a sleepover at my grandparents' place because they were like 30 minutes away. They were in Palmerston North, which is the town I was born in, and we were living in Fielding at the time, which is a little town that was about 30 minutes away. And there were weekends I would go and spend over there. They had a foster daughter, and her and I were like sisters. And we used to get up to some great. Man, I just got memories flooding in on the times that we used to spend together. Oh, it was such an awesome time. And we always we'd go and do these midnight raids down in the kitchen because the bedrooms were upstairs over the garage and the storage area and the sewing room. And we used to have to tiptoe across the sunroom floor, which was bare. It had no rugs on it, and there were creaky parts. But we had to wait until my grandparents had gone to sleep. And of course, their room was right the other side of the wall where we were. And so we would listen until we'd hear my grandfather snoring. And then that was the indication that we'd go. But of course, we had to be so quiet. And if we heard an interruption of snoring, we would freeze and just stand there and like poised. Do we keep going towards the stairs, or do we run back to the bedroom? Or we could always use the excuse we're going downstairs to the bathroom, because that's where the bathroom was. It was downstairs. Because all that was upstairs was the sunroom, a balcony area, and the 2 bedrooms. And that was it. We would stand there and freeze and wait and then we'd wait. And your heart was going. And we would wait until we'd hear him start snoring again, and then we'd carry on tiptoeing down the stairs. And we knew to keep against the wall going down the stairs because that was the part that creaked the least. And then we'd have to very quietly open the door at the top of the stairs and close that behind us. It was one of those concertina vinyl doors. And then we'd get downstairs, and then we had very quietly opened up the sliding door at the bottom of the stairs, which didn't really make that much noise anyway. But you're kids. You think everything makes a noise at whatever hour of the night we were up and doing this. And instead of going through the living room area to get into the kitchen, we would go around through the laundry, the bath, the toilet, then the bathroom. And we did that. So if we got caught, we're just down here to go to the toilet. And then we're going through the back door from the bathroom into the kitchen and do our little raid. And we'd already figured out during the day what we were going to come down and get that night for midnight snack. Midnight snacking. It was a great thing. And then we'd, of course, we'd have to do the return journey with all the little tiptoeing and the quiets and the shhs and the with our stash. What happens when we get caught with our stash? And then we make it safely back to the bedroom, and I'd be like, whew. And then we'd have to wait for the heart pounding to stop, and then we would sit there and have our little snacks and our little quiet whispers, and it was a lot of fun. We had a blast. Yeah, so that was another weekend trip. So suddenly got memories flooding back of that, and my grandparents were members of the Palmerston North Operatic Society, so they would have season passes and get advance tickets to different musicals and things that came in, and either on a Friday night or a Saturday night we would go. Occasionally we'd go down to the opera house and see whatever performance was on that evening. And there was times, even during some of the school holidays and stuff, I'd go over and stay there. And they had some dance recital thing on or something. There was some sort of dance competition, and we just had like day pass. We could come and go as we pleased, to go in there and watch kids at different ages going through their paces for their exams and the dance competition and that sort of stuff, and saw lots of pantomimes down there. And if you've never seen a pantomime, they are amazing. And pantomimes, the guys play the girls' roles and the girls play the guys' roles. So that's kind of fun. And I love pantomimes. Oh my gosh, I remember those. We saw Dick Whittington and his cat. What was the other one we saw? Oh, the other one just flashed through my head. There was Dick Whittington. There was a whole bunch of them that we saw. Oh, Peter Pan was another one, and can't remember the other ones, and they would be on sort of like an afternoon matinee time. And yes, we had some good weekends. And then there'd be weekends where we would walk from their place into downtown Palmerston North, and we'd just go browsing around and go shopping and that sort of thing, and then walk back. And but yeah, we had great weekends down there. A lot of good weekends down there. So yeah, it's amazing what comes back. See, these questions are designed to jog the memory. The memory joggers is basically what they are, to help you tell your story. It was days, in those days we could easily just walk from my and we did a lot of walking when I was a kid. I did a lot of walking. Don't do anywhere near as much walking as I did back then, but we used to do a lot of walking. Walk down to downtown Palmerston North and walk around and walk back to my grandmother's place, and it wasn't a problem. Now it's sort of like, oh, I've got to go all that way. But anyway, okay, I'm talked long enough. I've rabbited on long enough. So what are some of your memories of how you and your family used to spend weekends when you were growing up? So go write about them in your journal, type them, talk them, videotape them, whatever it is, so that you've got that there for legacies. So we're all about preserving our memories today for future generations. So anyway, I'm out of here. Go have a super fantastic, sparkling rest of your weekend, and we'll catch you back here bright and early tomorrow morning. Actually, we won't be here as in this setting, but we will be on tomorrow morning from somewhere on the road, somewhere around the area. I don't even know which direction we're going to go. Be in the car somewhere. And so we'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning for Serenity Sunday. So have a super fantastic, sparkling evening. Heck on it.